Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Day One's podcast presented by the Charlotte Phoenix.
Not even here yet.
What should I say? Produced by? Produced by the Charlotte Phoenix, not
A
presented.
Charlotte Phoenix production.
That spot is for our future sponsors. So if you want to get in on it, hit me up. Anyways, got a great episode today. Today is day one. It's been a while since we've done a podcast, kind of revamping, restructuring everything. But we have a lot of exciting topics to talk about today. With me, I have Swish, a.k.a. Jason, because that's how I'm going to go by our names. And I also have Invictus, a.k.a. Blake, or Balake, whichever one you want to go with. He likes them both. And then me, Josh, Shade, whatever, interchangeable names. But yeah, so we wanted to get back into doing podcasts. We got some great topics. We were talking about other podcasts and cool camera angles. So sorry if the camera angle is not up to your liking, Blake, but for now it's going to work.
It'll get the job done.
It will.
We'll get better.
So let's hop into this first topic that we have, which is exciting because it's something we all like to talk about, which is the upcoming games that are going to be coming out.
Do a brief, I guess, run through or introduction of the Phoenix, who we are, you.
I'm sure if they're watching us, they know who the Phoenix
Well, I'm just
about
saying,
new
like,
viewers?
yeah, this is a revamp.
Hey, new viewers. Hey.
So why
I'm
this
Josh.
is called Day Ones is Josh is the founder of Charlotte Esports, which is the parent or umbrella company, if you want to call it, of the Charlotte Phoenix. And Blake and I just literally found them randomly. I did through a Google search back in fall of 2018. So just hit him up, and one thing led to another. Don't have to go too much into it. We've told this story before on multiple media outlets, but we're here now.
FACB, that's what you guys are.
FACB.
The fake-ass Charlotte boys.
Oh man, nobody gets that reference. I'm sure you'll hear it down the road. We'll have to torch the Chaotix boys another day. But yes, you're right. Upcoming games. I wanted to start off by asking you guys, since I haven't played it yet. We're going to start off with Rogue Company.
Yes.
So I want to get perspectives on Blake has played it the most. Josh, being a owner and founder of an esports org, I want to hear what your thoughts are on possible teams moving forward. So you guys just dive into it.
Man, how do we make this not boring and dry? So the best way to say it is I'm probably the best player that's ever played the game. So everyone else can quit trying to take that number one spot. But I'll say Blake isn't bad. Invictus isn't bad. But he plays on
Pretty
controller.
sure we carried you the other night.
He plays on a controller.
Hey, that aim assist is nice, though.
Plays on
I'll
a
say that,
controller.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a great game. Cross-platform. Tons of potential to be the next big game. All that's very contingent. It doesn't matter how good your game is if the publisher isn't behind it.
Yeah.
Yes.
True. If it could be the best game in the world, and if it's not supported by the publisher, there's not, big tournaments being thrown. There's a lot of bugs that never get fixed. The worst is when you get a publisher that creates a great game and they don't listen to their community at all. And they're just like, oh yeah, well those fixes, we're not going to do it.
343, Halo 5.
We'll get there.
But from an organizational standpoint, I know Hi-Rez. I know those guys over there pretty well, and from what I've seen in the past and where they're going, they've learned a lot of mistakes from the past, but they also still have, a lot of good ideas moving forwards. And they're pretty good about supporting the organizations that join their pro leagues. They have Smite, Paladins, Brawlhalla, and now Rogue Company. And, they're taking a very methodical approach to it. I think the best thing is just kind of they're seeing what the community is saying and feedback, and they're going to take all that into consideration when they start talking about what does this look like for competitive, and beyond that, what does that look like for the pro scene when we start getting geared up for that. So from an organizational standpoint, I think Rogue Company is a home run. Hi-Rez is just a great company to work with, and they're only right down the road. They're in Atlanta. So, I mean,
I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, if I need to go kick down a door, I'm only going 3-4 hours down the road, and there I am.
South, baby.
Yeah. So, but from a player standpoint, you have a better understanding. You play a lot more than I do. I've only played maybe 10 games.
Yeah, let's hear what you like about the game as a player / streamer. What's good about it?
Well, essentially, in a nutshell, it is like Valorant and Gears of War got married and had a baby.
And looks like Fortnite.
They might not have got married, and it looks like Fortnite, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, you can still have babies outside of marriage. Not
Chill. Move on.
Sorry, Reed. Just do this.
But no, like obviously it's in beta right now, so it's like it's not perfect, but it's very smooth. Feels good on controller. By the way, Josh, you should try it.
Nope.
But I think it does a good mixture of like different styles of games put into one, so it like reaches different crowds, like the Valorant or Counter-Strike concept of like the SND type game, you know, the bomb and everything, the objective, yeah. They do that sort of game type, but like with a different kind of movement that's never been done before in that sort of game type. So there's nothing else like it. And then add abilities to each character.
Utilities.
It says abilities too. They have an ability.
I thought it says utility on the
Semantics.
Yep,
Yeah.
semantics.
I was playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 the other day, and it's almost identical.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are the only person still playing that game.
I just wanted to run through the campaign. I love the Star Wars universe,
Really?
and just wanted to touch into it.
Have you been to Disney? And like,
Of course.
did you go
Yes.
to the Star? Was it
Yeah.
open when you went?
Uh-huh.
Did you like it?
It was. I wish there were less people there so I could have experienced it more.
Go now.
Well,
There's like no
right.
one there.
Yeah,
Basically.
right.
But
Our
like,
sister works for Disney. We might have the hookup.
well, you know, in all honesty, like when I went, I'm not a Star Wars fan. It's not that I don't like it. I just didn't get into.
Wow.
I was a Lord of the Rings guy. So there's,
Okay.
That's
Yeah, that's
fair.
fair. Yeah.
So like, but it
That's
doesn't mean I
usually where it
can't.
splits.
Doesn't
Yeah.
mean I can't enjoy it at the same
Correct.
time. So when I went there and was like fully immersed, then it was
Mhm.
like, whoa,
It was crazy.
like
Right.
especially seeing all the little droids, people like rolling around with them.
Yep.
And then what was that? It was called Blue Milk or whatever that you
Yep.
can get there. It's
Right.
not actually milk people because I was like, why would I drink milk on a hot day in Florida?
Yeah.
But it was actually, I mean,
It's
Star
just the
Wars.
blue milk from episode 4, so it's super authentic.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many ways Star Wars as a game could have gone and could have been amazing. Like
Mhm.
I can literally design a game for Star Wars in like an hour and be like, this is gonna be like
Right.
the big hit. But
There's so much content within that universe, and I still need to try Fallen. Is it Fallen Order? What was the latest one that came out? Jedi
I never
Fallen
played
Order?
it actually. I kind of gave up on Star
I
Wars.
heard great
games,
things
if I'm
about
being
that
honest.
one.
Well, I stopped playing. I started just watching it, like because when Disney
Yeah.
started taking over Lucasfilms and they started putting a lot of money back into production. We're not
Yeah.
talking like the Jar Jar Binks types. We're
No.
talking like the late, and a lot of people like me who aren't like diehard fans can jump into those movies and enjoy them. Diehard fans are like, "This is the worst thing that's ever
Yeah.
happened." I'm
Yeah.
like, production qualities kind of tell me it's not. It's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
really good.
I agree
The
with
prequels
that.
were great.
Yeah, and if you think about it too, I mean, look at the Mandalorian.
Stellar. It's
Dude,
it's perfect.
Season 2 coming up, right?
October 7th.
Is it?
Nice.
So
Disney
like
Plus,
I
yep.
started watching that not as a Star Wars fan, but like am a Mandalorian fan. I'm like that is
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
If they would have done more stuff like that, and I think that we're starting to see that, especially in video games too. I mean, look at Valorant; they're kind of starting to do character development over those little videos that they've made of them and stuff. You're kind of getting to see the personalities. Really,
Right.
when a developer digs into the personalities of their characters, then you start getting a whole new kind of side of the game you weren't expecting. And that's one thing I wish Rogue Company would do. Is like we have a little 2-sentence blurb about the Rogue, and that's
Yeah.
it. Each one of them. It's like, well, let's develop some stories on them. Let's get behind them.
I feel like that might develop over time though, because that's
I
kind of
hope
what
so.
Apex did. Because Apex, like they each had their own storylines, but it wasn't like a big.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
Yeah.
a whole
They
bunch
just
of lore
continue
right
to
off the
add
bat.
content,
Yeah.
add legends
As they
and
go. Yeah.
They could do a feature length movie on that
Yeah.
universe.
Yeah, no, Apex did a great job. I think
Yeah.
League of Legends has done a great job.
That's true. Yeah.
A lot of the big hit games have done. I mean, even to a lesser, look at World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing in a game where everybody knows, like each character, like not your character, but like the main characters have backstories that like they literally write books about and people read. Me. And you know, like every big game has got characters that people like to follow. So I would like to see that at a Rogue Company.
Yeah.
I would like to see like that side explored more. And you know, it's still beta,
Still
and I
beta,
get
yep.
that. And I know that there's a lot of things they can add. Like I'm excited for skins. Hoping
yeah.
there's a Dr. Disrespect skin somewhere coming out. That would be dope.
He's building maps for them.
He
Yeah,
is
he's-
the arena, baby.
I
will
love
be
it.
there. Speed. What is it?
Speed, violence, momentum.
Yep.
You ain't a real Doc fan.
No,
So
I'm not.
Yikes.
anyway,
But let's talk about
let's
talk
talk
about
Fall Guys.
yes, let's talk. That's actually player
Yes.
development and character development is great. Okay, but Fall Guys is better because you're a jelly bean.
Game of the year.
It-
I played it for
might
the
get
first
Game of the
time
Year.
last night actually.
how'd you like it?
Because Rogue Company servers were down, so I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll buy Fall Guys and play it. I'm addicted already.
Already?
Love it. It's so fun.
Did you
'Cause
see
it's just-
people cheating yet? Because
No.
I've watched videos where
Are you
like
serious?
it's like a speed hack.
Do
And
they not
people-
have anti-cheat
Come
on there?
on.
Some sort
Dude,
of software?
It's an indie developer. It's
Yeah,
an indie
not
developer
a-
that
Mm.
literally hit the jackpot. But it's like,
Dang.
well, I saw a really funny one, and you'll like, you guys like this. So you guys know in like Rocket League how you can like pinch a ball against the wall and shoot it across.
Yeah.
It's called the Cuxer pinch. Yeah. Well, there was a guy. I saw it on Twitter. There's a guy. I guess he had done a cheat for like jumps, and it like jumps him farther and faster. And he was in that
What?
game, and he jumped from across the screen into a ball and pinched it into the other goal.
Oh,
and people
my
like these
goodness.
Rocket League players are infesting this game already.
That's funny.
I was like, it's pretty much true. I think every streamer that I've seen though that I like has played Fall Guys. In between,
Yeah,
they get tired of
they're
playing
all
their main
doing
game.
it. Mhm.
They're like, let's go play Fall Guys. And like people joke and they're like, oh, it can't really be an esport. But I'm like, well, I mean,
Technically,
Twitch is already doing is doing a Twitch Rivals from what I don't know if it's
Really?
a joke, but Lyric added them and they're like,
Wow.
yes, let's do a Twitch Rivals, which would be a smart move on Twitch's part.
yeah.
It's a game everyone can like. You really don't need to know much about because every map is a little bit different. It's
Mhm.
it's a different game, but it's fun and it keeps you wanting to watch it and wanting to like, oh, I want to play this.
Yeah.
And like the costumes are cool, man.
Right.
Of course, I want to be a hot dog.
I want to get that one so bad.
They could go the Fortnite route and license with other
Yeah.
entities.
What was that one movie? It was Jonah Hill's one of his first movie, Accepted. Do you remember that movie, Accepted? What about the movie Waiting,
That sounds really familiar. Which
where the
one's-
guy worked at the restaurant and I want to say Dane Cook was in that too, but he had a small cameo.
I don't think so. No.
I think Ryan Reynolds was in that. Yeah, that was way back. That was like back when Van Wilder came out. Well, there's this movie
Okay.
called Accepted, and Jonah Hill plays this fat guy, and he's trying to get into this fraternity. He's not the main character, but he's like a side character that kind of steals the show, really. And basically, he's getting into a frat, and they're hazing him, and he has to wear a hot dog costume in the middle of campus. And when people come by, has to yell, "Ask me about my wiener!"
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, Fall Guys.
So this is what you think
That's
of
where
in
they
Fall
got
Guys.
it from. Yeah, see, but I think Fall Guys has, I think it's already hit its mark. You know,
Mhm.
people know what it is. I don't see it as a game where it'll be around forever.
Mhm.
Question about where will the popularity go, because it's one of those games that will keep your attention for a little bit.
Yeah.
But what about the next game that comes along and does the same thing? Where does
Right.
Fall Guys end up? You know,
I think if it integrates into culture like Fortnite did, you got the John Wick skins, they had the soccer skins, you got your countries, Star Wars.
John Wick Fall Guys, bro, and then have his
Imagine.
little dog as another costume.
That's what I'm saying. Like a game like Fall, you can just continually update it and plug this stuff in. You create those microtransactions. I think you have to pay for it, right?
You
For
pay
the
for
game
For
itself?
Fall Guys.
On PC, yes. I heard it's free on PlayStation.
Yeah,
They
'cause it
they
came
need
out
to
with
make the
yeah.
entire thing. They need to just get to the model that we're seeing now, make the entire thing free, and
Mhm.
let people buy their skins in the game. They
Yeah.
would make millions.
Yeah.
So
Easily.
I think it has a chance to be casually competitive.
Mhm.
Casually competitive.
So why do
Disney
we
Square.
skip over A?
Because I wanted to put it in a different order, but
Saving the best for last.
yeah, because
Yeah, the best disappointment.
because
for last.
exactly. Here's what I was gonna say. I was gonna lead with the two positives that Shade was gonna talk about, and now we're gonna get his other side.
Mhm.
Let's talk Halo Infinite.
Ooh, let's do.
There's a couple things. He's been waiting for that, and you
had that
think about
button
these
ready.
sound bites. They go way too long, so
Yep.
let this one play out.
But no, it's pretty much reflective of the Halo. A game.
Anyway, let's catch up the viewers on where we're at with Halo
you guys,
Infinite.
take the wheel on that one. 'Cause you know
So-
how I feel.
Halo 5 has been out since October of 2015, and 3 years ago, was it at E3 3 years ago where they first hinted at a new
Yes.
project with the Slip Space engine? That
Was it 3 years ago or 2?
it might have been. It's either one, 2 or 3.
Back
Three seems
when I
common.
was a young whippersnapper, they
Oh
would
my
And
gosh.
anyway, we get a title, so we know it's Infinite.
Yeah,
This
Charlotte
this
boys.
this year, we've gotten the most information about Halo Infinite. Last year was a bit of a disappointment. A lot of people thought we were going to get gameplay, but we just got the intro to the campaign, where that pilot finds Master Chief floating in space. Which, by the way, that pilot is the same voice actor as Octane from Apex Legends.
Knew it.
So that's a
Wow,
cool
dude,
little-
that's so cool.
Now this year, just a few weeks ago, we get some gameplay. It's campaign. It's a mission that's in the middle of the game, I've heard.
Yeah.
And reactions have been very mixed. I think the real Halo fans and the adults of the situation remain positive. It was an alpha gameplay trailer that was produced in January. And people are complaining about the graphics in an alpha.
I didn't think they looked that bad.
Grow up. Just everyone grow up, okay? And then, admittedly, a little disappointing, but we just heard a few days ago that Infinite will be pushed to 2021. We haven't heard when in that year it will be.
Well, they do have to get a date in 2021, so then they can come out and say we're pushing it to 2022 on that date.
Again, I think we're seeing here clearly in front of us there are adults in this situation and there are children in this situation.
Look, I'm looking
and
at
they
it from the
skew either
outside
way.
looking in, and I'm just saying that's a hot pile of garbage right now with everything. With the announcement, people wanted to see multiplayer. People wanted to see multiplayer, like bad.
But they said ahead of time there would not be multiplayer. They were showing campaign first.
Yeah.
They made that clear.
That's
So
what
it's
you
not
meant
like
they
it
said
was
they
email.
would be. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they said they would be showing multiplayer.
No.
Nope.
They made it clear that it was just campaign. So if people were expecting to see multiplayer, that was false
That's their fault.
expectations. Yeah.
Well,
So
I guess it's our fault for the game being crappy. Then sorry.
We
My
don't even,
bad.
by the way, we don't even have a game yet. So
Yeah.
this mythical sort of
Exactly. There's no
fantasy
even game
that
yet.
he's talking about.
The
You're
adult
already
knowing
calling
in
it
the
crap.
the
Man,
adult
we're literally the same
in this
age.
situation saying there isn't even a game yet, and you're saying it's going to be the best.
we
Like
didn't say that.
That has never been said.
you said,
No.
Halo Infinite is going to save Halo Esports multiple times to me.
You guys, oh, you're talking outside of this podcast?
Yes,
I've never said that word for word. Have I implied to
Halo
him?
Infinite and Esports have all been in the same sentence multiple
Correct.
It
times.
has potential to.
Here's what I said. If it's done well, if the maps are good, if the weapons are balanced, and if the developers pay attention to the community, Halo comes back.
Look, I love
It is also, I'm not done. If it falters, if Halo Infinite is not good and doesn't check any of those
When?
boxes, Halo will die.
Okay.
Halo will die because this is the only title they have said that will be out for the next probably 10 years.
Now, I want to just let all the people know, too, that before Master Chief Collection came out, we had the same conversation.
Sure.
And you're like, no, Master Chief Collection is going to be on PC. It's going to be great. It's going to be.
You're talking about this PC release?
I'm just
of
no.
Master
I'm
Chief
saying
Collection?
like you said, Master Chief
'Cause
Collection.
those have
all
been
the great
those
things.
have been good.
Yeah,
People just don't. People are getting
Yeah.
tired of playing old Halos.
I'm getting tired of trying to play Halo and not being able to.
You've never
because
been able to play Halo.
It's because exactly,
He's trying to.
Their
It's-
deliverables and how they
I'm making
deliver.
40
I'm
retweets,
talking
by the
about.
way, to
I'm
get him
talking
to
about
play.
your trash.
Well,
Wow.
So I don't know why you. Even
Yeah,
care.
I'm trash, but that game is
It's
definitely trash
it's-
because it can't even play
It's
it.
not the game. It's like the server that you're downloading it from.
Yeah,
So like
it's-
the Microsoft store.
That's what I'm
you,
saying.
You
Like
got it through
their
Game Pass,
their
right?
deliverables and how they delivered it to like PC for people on PC. I'm not the. I went on the forums. Everyone on
Yeah,
PC
there's other
was like
people having
having
issues, yeah.
a lot of. I mean, literally, when I go into Blake's Discord and talk with them, there's like 3 people like talking through like, oh yeah, we had the same problem. This is what we had to do, and everyone's answer was different. How they fixed it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, once again, developers not really supporting the games they're putting out is a problem. And when you talk about Halo, look, I love your enthusiasm, both your enthusiasm for Halo, because I think there's like a small handful of you still like diehards ready. Like you're like, yes,
Oh,
this
it's
is
way
it.
bigger than a small handful.
It's like 7.
Believe me.
So like,
It's like 7.
We're kind of in the shadows, admittedly. Sure.
I'm excited for your excitement, okay? Because I see that, but I'm saying, look at the track record.
Oh yeah. I'm being realistic
I
with
think,
it.
was it Halo? My last good experience in Halo, was Halo 3.
Yeah.
Back when that
That's
was
fair.
it.
That's for a lot of
A
people.
lot
Then
of people
after
say that,
and then
yeah.
after Halo 3, I was like, this game sucks. Like when everything started coming out and it was just nothing but negativity. And like I like that you guys are holding on to hope.
Yeah.
But that's like me in World of Warcraft. I'm like, yeah, Burning Crusade, which was the second expansion, was the best, and it has just gone down. But I'm still like one of those guys. Like, it's making a comeback, guys. It's coming back. Esports.
I'm not saying it's going to come back as a fact. I'm saying there's potential to. This is their last
We
chance
can
to
hope
make
so.
it happen.
Now, here's the thing.
But it could crash and burn.
Now, here's the one thing. If it does work out, great, because we need an arena shooter.
Yes.
We do need a good arena shooter. I love Capture the Flag.
Yep.
I don't understand why other games have not implemented Capture the Flag. It's so much fun, especially in Halo.
All guys capture the flag. Imagine.
Well, it's just I remember back in the day, people would like, use a grenade launcher and launch the flag like across the map to get like cool. Like people are smart about it, but like don't get me wrong, I love things like demolition in games or search and destroy. Super cool. But like if that's all you're playing over and over and over, it gets really boring. Like
that's what every other game has too.
That's what I'm saying. Like
same thing
but like capture a flag. What other games other than Splitgate has come out with that? Like seriously, Splitgate is that's why I liked it, because it had capture a flag. And I'm like, what else has that?
Well, that's why Halo was so good for so long. It can exist in the same space as a game like Call of Duty with those game types, because it provided some of the same stuff you were looking for in a first-person shooter while being different enough to have each of those communities having their own thing.
Oh, correction. World of Warcraft has capture a flag.
And World of Warcraft had 75,000 viewers on Twitch when we were here.
It sits at like 50.
Yeah, it's so I acknowledge stuff like that.
But you got to remember,
you have to read the community.
But if you go into the Twitch, like this for any game, if you go and you see high numbers, what I like to do is go and say, well, is it one big streamer that's in there? And normally it is.
Yep.
Normally it's a streamer you guys may have heard, Asmongold.
Yep.
He sits in there and he's got like 40K viewers. So really out of
he's the majority.
He is the majority. Yeah. Now, granted, if he stopped streaming, they would go to different World of Warcraft streams.
True.
But like he is like right now. And then when Soda starts, Soda popping.
Yeah.
He started on World of Warcraft, and he is like still plays it. So like, I guarantee when Shadowlands comes out, it's going to be easily 6-digit numbers for a long time.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But that game's neither here nor there.
So all in all, Halo as a franchise is a sleeping giant, I believe.
Yeah.
And
until
will
Hiroshima and Nagasaki drop on it.
I was about to say, will the developers come up and slit its throat in its sleep, or will they wake the giant up?
Absolutely.
I don't think we have enough information yet to make it clear.
There is no fact
based on
here. It is all opinion.
The only MCC problem that I will acknowledge you on was the initial release back in 2014.
Yes, horrible.
That was absolute
So
garbage,
bad.
and everyone. It's the worst AAA release of all time.
That's why they delayed Infinite. They're trying to avoid that sort of situation.
And this is what the mature, thinking adults realize is maybe these things take time.
Come on, Josh, you're better than this.
So, man.
Well,
man, oh man.
Yet to be seen. Chat, people, viewers, whoever.
Don't worry, we'll at least have 10
chaotic garbage.
What?
We'll at least have 10 people watching this. We count as 3.
I'm gonna send this to people. Chaotix boys, like, if you guys can't keep my name out of your mouths on your podcasts anymore.
Look,
so like clearly I've got some impact in these kids' lives. It's just
where's Discount Procs at? Where's Dollar Store at?
Shout out to Crane.
CLT Babysitter.
You have CLT Babysitter?
Hey, Crane. Moving on. Let's talk about some current stuff.
Yes.
So we talked about upcoming games. Let's talk about some content creators.
Ooh,
the big ones.
I like this one.
The big ones. Because we have some local content creators here, but let's talk about the mainstream guys.
Yeah. So let's start with Invictus, the biggest one we know.
Taking over the Charlotte scene like a wildfire. No, let's start with Ninja.
Yeah.
Give me time.
I'll let you. So you do. So as everyone knows, Blake was picked up as one of our content creators. Has been doing really well. And don't get me wrong, I follow content creators, but out of all of the content creators on that list, Ninja's the one I follow the least, honestly.
Okay.
Because I hate Fortnite, and that's where like you got big at.
Well, he's playing Valorant now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know
Yeah.
we crushed his team. Just so everyone knows, Charlotte Phoenix did beat 100 Blevins or whatever. 100. What was the name of the team?
I don't even remember. It
I
doesn't
didn't see
matter.
their name, yeah.
Yeah.
They
You're already
lost. That's all we
forgotten.
need to know.
They lost. And then we lost right after that, but it didn't matter because
It's okay.
we beat Ninja.
Yeah.
So I was happy. But so what's your thoughts on Ninja and like what his moves are? Because he's like the only one out of the other two on this list that haven't said where they're going.
That's what I was about to ask, because I know he streamed on Twitch not too long ago.
He hasn't.
And YouTube he
He's
did.
done
but
one of each.
He hasn't officially signed. I haven't heard any news on that.
But here and I think from what I heard was that he wasn't in a rush to sign another contract.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Which I
need to.
get. I mean,
Doesn't need to, yeah.
dude, he literally 30 million?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bro, if I got 30 million, you guys would never see me again.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
I
what
would-
I'm saying.
I would buy an island somewhere
Yep.
and of course have a PC and stuff, but I would nope.
He's also
Your
got his
own-
apparel. He just has so much passive income.
Wait, he did
coming.
buy an island. Jessica Blevins tweeted like
What?
a week ago. Look it up, I swear. He
That
bought it.
Ninja bought an island.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Google, did Ninja buy an island?
I feel like that's some
I'll just go to
Fortnite
Jessica
related
Blevins. Well,
thing.
no.
Unless
He
if they
bought the
unless if
Fortnite
they bought
island.
an island in Fortnite, which
Fortnite.
then I would look really dumb. but it's still I
Well,
believe.
that would show to what extent you follow him.
Well, no, Jessica Blevins I followed because
I'm sure you do.
well, it's his manager.
Yeah.
So if I ever want to do a collaboration, I got to go through her.
That's true.
So like for anybody who owns a smaller org and trying to get big, find out whose people's managers are and stuff and agents.
Yeah.
Those don't try to contact the person directly because they're just going to send you either A, they're not going to respond, or B, they're going to send you to their agent. So it saves you time. Saves you a lot of time. Did he buy an island?
I don't think so.
I'm not really
In the
seeing
comments,
anything.
if you
Yeah.
guys find it, post it there because I'm curious. I remember seeing that tweet that she bought an island and everybody was losing their mind because they're like, okay, we
Right.
have people starving and you're over here saying how awesome it is you bought an island. Which, whatever. I'd go to Ninja Island. I'd hang out. But yeah, so let's go to the next one because I feel like Ninja out of all of them is like
I don't have much to say on Ninja because
I don't
I
either.
believe he'll
simply-
come back to Twitch.
he's not
Would
a
be my
bad
guess.
I think he'd be dumb not to.
not a bad personality. Just not. I mean, just like I've watched his stream maybe 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really. I'd much rather watch Tim the Tatman.
Yeah.
Much more fun.
Has Ninja run his course in terms of like the
No.
effect he has on the streaming community?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Too many 13-year-olds in this world
Yep.
that like are like Ninja. Like my cousin is one of them.
I guess I'm talking about on the national scale because he was like, when he came up, he was like, even on these financial news networks, and they were talking about like how much he was making. Like he was on the cover of ESPN, the magazine.
But yeah, he was in the
Times
Super
Square
Bowl
in New York.
commercial.
He's
Right.
an icon now. He'll always have pull.
Yeah, he's always.
stream.
I know he'll
world.
have pull, but will we see his brand pushed out on a national level as
Yes. When I see, you'll still
as
see
often as we
collaborations.
have?
Yeah, yeah. Just because I mean, look at it. He doesn't have a string. When he goes and makes the move to sign or do whatever his
Mhm.
next move is,
he'll
it's
pop
gonna-
off again?
it's
yeah.
going to be huge. I mean, okay, now leads us into the next one. Look at
Yes.
Shroud.
Yeah.
Shroud was gone for what? He took 45 days off where he said he
Yep.
just vacation, came back, signed a deal with
Killed
Twitch.
it.
This dude was
500
in his starting stream screen for like over a half hour and was sitting at like 300K.
Yeah,
He was
and then when
waiting for his
he
stream to
peaked
start.
at 510.
Yeah,
Yep.
somewhere around there. Yep.
Yeah, 510,000.
Insane.
I think the exact was like 516 was the highest, but I think 510 is a safe one to go with because you got to figure out like all the
Yeah.
bots and stuff. So that in itself, if that doesn't give you any indication, because he was the second one. I mean, well, Doc's still in a weird spot.
Yeah.
That
We'll talk about Doc in a second.
yeah, but Shroud coming back, he kind of been believing little, hey, something big's gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
you know,
true.
He
stuff like
created
that.
some buildup.
And let's talk about his look. He
The
came back.
goatee.
Came
Look,
back.
Bro. What?
I was like, dude, his was more epic even than my. If my beard was a goatee, that was his face. Like it was. I was like, I'm like, not your look, man. That's not your
You
look.
weren't about it?
No,
I think
I'm
he should have
indifferent.
trimmed it a little shorter.
Yeah.
and it might
he
have been
looked
okay.
like the uncle you haven't talked to in a long time at like a family reunion.
Uncle Shroud.
Yeah,
I
Uncle
wish he was my
Shroud.
uncle.
What
Hit
a
me up,
great
Uncle Shroud.
to have.
I'll teach you how to play Rogue Company. But no,
Yikes.
so like I like his person. I love watching his streams mostly not because of like the entertainment that stuff he talks about, but because of how ridiculously good he is
He's
at every game he
nasty at
plays.
Everything, yeah.
Like
And I like he's a humble guy too.
Yeah.
Because when he had that stream with like 500,000 viewers,
yeah,
he was like sitting there, not freaking out, but he was like, clearly overwhelmed, feeling the love.
He'd been on
then-
Mixer.
Yeah, and he
Dude.
was sitting there like, guys, I'm just a regular guy that likes the game. Like
You're not a regular guy. We know you.
What
we
did
know
they
you're
say?
a
The
robot.
The point is he sees himself that way, which I love that.
but
You
you
know?
know what? His bank account looks a different way. Like
Yep.
how much were the subs? Did that add up to? I think I heard a number like $65,000
Something like that.
he got just that day from subs.
Probably more than that.
I would guess way more than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's getting was it rough? He's probably
350?
actually because he probably negotiated higher with Twitch.
I
for-
wonder.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. If 350 is what a partner is getting right off the bat, Shroud is much more
Shroud's
than a
like,
partner.
Give me 80% of that.
I
Sub.
bet he's probably taking $4, if not more, per sub.
And Twitch said,
Hmm.
"Yes, Daddy."
Oh yeah,
They agreed to it.
why
Or
wouldn't you?
uncle.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, everything with the
If you gotta go with
streaming,
500,000 viewers on a channel. Holy.
everything in the streaming space right now is so up in the air
Yeah.
with like different companies coming up and stuff. And I know Twitch wants to retain that number one spot, but
Right.
like when you're number one, you're constantly looking over your shoulder. Someone's always trying to gun for you. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're trying to make sure that they keep those people there, which I 100% get. But at the same time, it's like your Twitch. Your logo is money. Like literally.
True.
You know, I can tell you how many times I've messaged them and I'm like, hey, what does it take to get partner? Maybe a little slide you my friend George Washington. You know? But anyway, so that takes us to the next big that everyone probably loves, Dr. Disrespect. AKA Guy Beam, right?
Guy Beam.
What's it? So no one really knows Ninja's name, but everyone knows
Tyler
Blevins.
It's a joke. You guys not see the newscast?
No.
Where it was like a big national news outlet. It was right after his $30 million payout he got. They're like, yeah, the streamer Ninja, and the woman was like, yeah, no one really knows his name, so everyone just goes by Ninja, and everyone was like, no, we all know his name.
Okay.
Like you guys,
I did not see that.
It was just, you need to watch it. Someone in the comments link that. It was honestly just like the biggest blunder. Like it shows you how much national news still doesn't understand about video games and esports and content creation. It's like the dinosaurs being left behind at this point, you know, because they are. Look at TV. Look at TV. Like I don't watch TV that I watch cable sometimes. Like this week is Shark Week, so yeah, your boy's watching cable.
Right.
Watching this guy. I was watching it all last night. Super fun. You know what? Hats off to all the guys in Shark Week that dive in the waters without cages around them with tons of sharks, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this shark's great." I'm like, "No, man, like I'm good." Like my biggest fear is being in the water where you can only see 5 feet in front of you and having something like that happen. Like I'd probably have a heart attack. A shark wouldn't have to kill me. I'd die of a heart attack.
They'd be scavenging the dead body.
Yeah, so my body would be safe, you know, unless it gets the bottom feeder. Nurse sharks, bottom feeders.
Yes.
And then was it ragged tooth sharks, another bottom feeder?
You are right.
Shark Week, thanks.
There you go.
I'll hear.
So Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, talking about sharks, man. Dr. Disrespect.
And so much is still up in the air.
Yeah. So that's a big question mark. No one knows, and no one's saying.
Will
anything.
that ever come out? Do you think?
Yes, I think that there's lawyers involved.
And could that ruin his career on YouTube? Because from what it sounds like, it has to be pretty serious if Twitch was that much like you're done.
No, it depends. If it's something that has to do with...
Talk more in the front of the mic.
No, I'm talking from... hello, if I have something to do. Is that better?
It picks up through the front.
Yeah, but I'm talking through it right here. And you can hear me.
We can hear it going like in and out a little.
Can you hear me going in and out? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's surround sound, baby. So I think if it has something to do with anything that's like... I hate to say it. Gosh, I don't even want to say it. Like bad conduct, harassment, sexual harassment stuff. I think that's bad. I think that actually, I know that's bad. Like he will lose a lot of credibility. But I think if it's something just like he broke the TOS over something stupid, which like maybe him saying I'm going to create my own platform to stream on, like Twitch would be like, we're going to cut you off.
Yeah.
But like, it makes me wonder because isn't he banned from Discord as well?
Is he?
I didn't know that.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure Discord is a correct me if I'm wrong, people watching this, but like maybe I'm dreaming that, but I heard that somewhere. I was like, huh. And you can't get invited to his Discord unless you're a sub on Twitch, so it would make sense that his Discord would go away.
Okay.
Sheesh.
But there's a lot of really good things happening. Road companies designing, and see that's what makes me think like it can't be that bad because if Hi-Rez is willing to let him make a map in the game,
well, do they even know?
Yeah,
you know,
do they know? Yes, Hi-Rez knows. Guarantee you, a developer like Hi-Rez does their homework. They have to, but you know, I think what it comes down to is really the streaming wars stuff.
Yeah,
and that's where all this is happening. Now, do I believe that he doesn't know? No, I don't believe that. I think he knows what it was. And
I bet he broke contract.
Yeah, and lawyers are involved,
Twitch.
and he can't. And trust me, when lawyers are involved with things, it makes everything take way longer than what it has to. Not that what it has to, but it's like, I don't know.
The way I see it is if it's something that's that minor in comparison to everything else going on in the world. Why? Thanks for
keep
that.
Going. Just keep going.
Why would it be so hush hush if it was something that's just so minor compared to everything else that people are getting?
I think that's the confusing part of it.
Yeah,
because like you said, if it was a sexual harassment or abuse type thing,
right?
That that would get out.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
like you said, developers like they wouldn't pick up a guy like that, or
Right.
not pick up, but interact with them at all,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want that tied to your organization. So I don't think it's any. I think it's all legal, contractual stuff.
crap.
Dude. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And yeah, him not knowing and his legal team not knowing, I think is a complete lie.
Now I
There's
do love
no way.
the one thing I do love about him though is that he still tries to stay like motivated and positive through it all. And I
Yeah.
mean,
Sure.
everyone has to realize he's human too, though.
Yeah.
Like anything like that
Beam.
massive is like can crush a person. So for him to still be able to continue on doing as much as he has is pretty great.
Right.
Now, like I said, that's if it's good circumstances why they, on his end. Now, if it's something where it's like sexual harassment, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna retract everything, or redact everything. I'm gonna,
Yeah.
But if it's not, then hey,
If it's just contractual stuff, the people don't care. His followers, subs, viewers, they don't care.
yeah, they don't. I mean,
So
okay, that's the big. And then we'll talk about Blake Invictus. What a
What'd I
content
do?
creator. I think out of all of our content creators, you and Bearlight are taking the cake right now for like continuing to grow.
and what's
Yeah.
great is they're
Working hard at
in
it.
totally different communities.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, that's why we have like
Yep.
I would definitely wanted Rock League, and I definitely wanted first person shooter creators.
Yeah.
And to that extent, we even have Kadaddle, who, he's still streaming, and so we're gonna be, I think, incorporating him in a lot more stuff soon.
Yeah.
But
He DM'd me the logo.
Did he like it?
He was hype about it. He was
Yeah.
like,
He
"Oh,
had
this
it.
is so
He had it
cool."
up on his
I
stream
love
last night.
yeah,
He
he
put it on the
last
Switch.
night.
Yeah.
he sent me some of that stuff, and I was like, dude, yeah, that's dope. And I know Blasky was like really excited too.
Yeah.
He's doing pretty good too. I think with his move though, it's kind of like not hurt his stream, but like you haven't seen him as much. He's
Mhm.
been playing Fall Guys, and I'm like, dude, we got to get a Grand Champ, bro. Like you, like
Grand champ on staff.
yeah. I mean, it's
That'd
like,
make one.
no Bearlight's the Grand Champ.
What?
That'd make two.
He's
I'm the
not
only,
that good. No, I'm just.
I'm the only one in Shady Bear Ski that's not. I'm Champ 3.
Yikes.
I'm right there at it. I'll get it. I'm not worried about it. It's just I played so many games that when we win, it's like I win 8 points, but then when we lose, I lose like 12. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
might win 2 or 3 in a row, but if I lose one, it's like fudge. I didn't say a bad word.
Yeah, what are we making this podcast? Probably.
Everything.
I mean, like ratings wise, because I would like my wife and then kids. As they
I
get
said
older to
fudge. The
see
only
this.
bad
I
word I
know.
said was
I'm
the
just
A
asking.
word.
Did you? Oh yeah, because the Charlotte boys. Oh boy.
I like
Chaotix
touching
is
these.
trash.
That was a good time one.
Yep.
All right. So let's get into the next one. Ooh, fun. Let's talk about mine. Current. What does that say?
Current games or current
games.
events.
Yes. So we have the
We've kind
RLC
of been touching in some of the. We've been
Kinda
all
have.
over the place today.
Well, we haven't talked about
Just the
RLCSX.
details
Details of that. Yeah, we can touch on those real
You
quick.
take that away.
Man, let me tell you, there is too much going on. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, people say too much of anything is bad. I'm like, not really. Because if I have
Mhm.
too much money,
Too much cocktail shrimp is not bad.
too much money, also
Too
not
much
bad.
pizza, not bad.
Too many jet skis, not bad. Like
The insurance would be.
if you have it.
Go on.
But no, so RLCSX, I mean, there's literally between Europe and NA and which are the only two I really watch, only because Oceanic hasn't really, they're there, but they're just there. They're not supported. It's not supported enough to really be something as big as it doesn't rival NA yet. And I think EU is really good. If I still have to put like as far as popularity, NA is more popular. But EU is right behind it. I mean, literally right behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But the new format, super great. Obviously the Charlotte Phoenix is in the grid. So what's up, y'all? What's up? Drop
Gang,
that
gang.
at CLT Phoenix GG Twitter.
We got some
Hit us up.
dubs.
GG
Yeah.
easy.
No.
Not quite.
Nope. But it's really, really interesting because there's so many games going on at once and each team does its own production. It's interesting to see how different organizations do different productions. While we've been working on some stuff on the back end, that's why Karma's been streaming ours. I've been tuning into, different orgs and seeing what they're doing. Envy being the one that I was watching yesterday too. I'm not a fan when people overthink UIs and stuff for like tournaments.
Yeah.
And it's like, why?
Screens cluttered.
Yeah, why would you do all this I mean, yeah, you might think it looks good, but like for someone like me, like I want it simple.
Yep.
I want to know who's hitting. I don't want to have to figure out what thing means what. I know. I like what I know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just one of those things where I like to keep things simple because if I have, like me, for instance, if I tune into a stream and I can't tell which team is playing or what the score is because I'm trying to find something, I'm probably going to be like, all right, let's go to the next stream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to stick around. Not saying the Envy didn't do good. I'm just saying there can be things that can be improved on, and it's the first season that they've done this, with Rocket League. I think it's really cool though that this is the first season that we've been able to see bubble teams and bubble players make a much bigger impact because you're not playing all season against the same teams. You're constantly, every week you're going to be playing against different people,
Right.
So, not only do we have the grid, but we have the field, which is, it's another daily type of event that goes on. I haven't gotten too much in the field. It goes from 6 p.m. to 12 p.m., so there's one match every hour. Obviously, a bunch of different teams playing. It's not like only 2 teams are playing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bunch of different ones, but it's once every hour. So that's like another way to kind of get noticed. I haven't delved too deep into it. I probably should because that's where a lot of those bubble players that haven't gotten known are playing and trying to get teams to compete in the grid.
Mm-hmm.
But the Phoenix, we're in it because we were RLRS last season, so put us in the grid along with the RLCS teams. But Rocket League has an exciting future. It's an easy game to watch, easy game to play for some people. Jason,
I don't even care since I don't even try, so that doesn't fall on
he
me.
says that for any game he's bad at. I wasn't
Mhm.
even trying.
I
Imagine me trying.
don't play many games, admittedly.
That's
A
right.
little low.
Apex, Halo, Call of Duty.
No,
I haven't
I
Call
had-
of Duty.
Not even COD.
I've only played 2 games of Warzone, and that was here at Tabris.
Yeah, Warzone's not my thing.
I haven't tried it yet, and I don't know if I want to. I'm being honest.
I'm hearing that it's really buggy right now. There's
It's
some
not-
stuff going on.
It's just not like people love it. Like people who like Call of Duty love Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'm like, it's cool because it's not Fortnite, but it's also not Apex. See, I'm an Apex fan. I like Apex because of how the game plays. I like having special abilities. I like that each character has pretty much a persona of its own. Warzone doesn't bring that. Warzone, you're just another soldier
Mm-hmm.
picking up the same guns.
I think it's a lot more complicated. Apex did a great job of color coding all the levels of attachments and shields. Their what would you call it? Your inventory UI is so clean and it's so easy.
Perfectly done.
right
Off the bat.
I'll put it this way. People who really like Warzone and really play it, and this is not considered, like, I'm not talking about like the super competitive players that are really good. I'm talking about the casual player that picks up Warzone. And I'm using my brother for an example. They're not into super creative games. They like the cut and simple, pick up a gun, run and shoot.
That makes sense, actually.
My brother he will, like, the only game he plays other than Warzone is Rocket League because it's super simple.
Mm-hmm.
He hates anything to do with like magic or any special bit. Like, he played Apex, didn't really like it.
Yeah.
Like, but he is the exact example of people who play Warzone. And I'm just like, it's not my thing, man. Like, I don't mind playing it, but like, if I had to choose Warzone over Rocket League or over, for that instance, Rogue Company takes the cake every time. Every time. I mean, I literally play to wind down from playing Rocket League. I hop on Rogue Company. So like when I end my stream, I usually play 1 or 2 games of Rogue Company just to like.
That explains why you played so bad the other night.
I've only played 10 games. 10 games, man. 10 games. I'm not doing bad for 10 games.
But
There we go. I remember
Thanks.
that one.
Appreciate
Which one is this one? Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, that's
what are you
going to go.
doing?
Here we go.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Oh, wait, no. I'll wait for this to get done. There we go. It's done. So let's
wasn't that
talk
bad.
about the next game, baby.
And we can add more to this. I don't
No,
think
we
had
don't.
many on the list.
We've been talking about it.
We've kind of touched on it already.
Current games. Halo 3 PC.
Is doing very well.
Is it?
The Pro Series is about to move to Halo 3 after Halo 2 Anniversary. I think that will do well. I think you'll see a lot of AM teams form up. Because no one was really a fan of H2A, so I don't think it did as well.
Halo 3 on
And-
PC is how the game was meant to be played.
Guys,
when
let
it
me
was
tell you
first
something.
created.
If you're playing
It's
Halo and
incredible.
you want a
Here
fun
we go.
game, switch to Rogue Company.
I'm not
okay?
done, Josh.
Switch to Rogue Company, Invictus. Full time, Rogue Company.
I'm not against it.
Full time.
Honestly, you'll see me on Rogue Company more now that Infinite was delayed.
Look, and this
I
is,
love it.
This is how I seriously look at Rogue Company. And any player who is in a game that they don't like
Mhm.
there's a lot of COD players that do not like how
Right.
COD is playing out. Same boat as Halo. If you want a fresh start and a chance to be like a content creator or a possible pro, Rogue Company is the move.
Dude,
look at
recently with my stream, I've got most of my random viewers from Rogue Company.
like what.
It's weird.
Look
Like
at
everyone's
Valorant.
like,
Look at Valorant.
Mhm.
That is ex-CSGO. Some are from the pro scene, but most of them were amateur players. Overwatch players that did not like where the game was at, that were like, hey, I want to try something new. Paladins players.
I mean, look at
Apex.
Ninja, VR. Yeah.
BR, a lot of BR play. Like,
Yep.
you want a game that you can start fresh off and be like one of the first in. Rogue Company is it. And a lot of the COD players I've talked to that were under our banner for champs and stuff, and
Yeah.
before that, have switched to Rogue Company. Like, this game
Yeah.
is great. I'm like, yeah.
a lot
And
of the COD players are switching there.
Well, if you take your skill set and you move it, I mean, prime example though. Like, let's be honest, CJ is pretty good at Rogue Company.
yeah,
Like, he's very good.
he's
at
actually
it.
cracked.
So it's like, if you're a player in another game and you're good, but you're being overshadowed by like these huge
Mhm.
names, go to Rogue Company.
Now's
Try it
your
out.
chance.
I mean, look at
Yeah.
Average Aiden. He's a great player. Like, I love watching his stream, not for the personality, but because he's another very mechanically good
Yeah.
player. Like, he plays Phantom, and it's like insane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how people's brain. It's like very Shroud-esque. It reminds me of.
I was about to say when
Yeah,
Shroud touches Rogue Company, it's over.
Well, it's like, dude, how do you know to snipe that fast? Like, I don't even see. Half the time, I feel like I would need at least another second to aim up, to line up the shot. He's just
It's
is he
just
mouse and keyboard or
reactionary.
controller?
mouse and keyboard.
I feel like I've seen him on controller. Am I thinking someone else?
I think someone. So he recently just changed it to where he has a camera looking down on his keyboard, so you can
Okay.
see his.
Gotcha.
But like Shroud does, like the hand, like he'll have like his
Yeah.
hand placement. But I don't know, that Halo's not. We can skip that. I think we've beat a dead horse.
Yeah.
on
We've
that
talked
one.
enough Halo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so upcoming CLT content. This is going to be a fun one, guys. I've actually had the great idea of doing a food show where and this is what I'm thinking, maybe we take it and we do 3 meals. Okay, we do a beginner meal that you can cook, the intermediate level, and then like the high level. And Jaden will be recording it so he can be the taste tester. Like, I'll hand, because he loves food. And
Okay.
I don't understand. Dude is skinny as a pole, like skinnier than these. But
Yeah.
like eats everything. We'll do it like once, probably bi-weekly. I don't want to do it weekly, but bi-weekly, where we cook it off and we put it on the channel. So I know Blake is not a good cook. You've told
Not at
me.
all.
You
I make a
probably can
mean
cook.
bowl of ramen noodles. I can say that at least.
Like, no, do you make real ramen or you make the top ramen? Like, you
I
boil
mean,
it?
like grade A top ramen, like what, 17 cents a packet Harris
Oh
Cedar.
my, that, yep,
Yes.
that's what,
Microwave noodles.
yep.
Your boy's nice with it.
Does Gray cook?
You can a little bit, yeah.
Does he clean up?
No, that's my job.
So Blake is the CLT made.
You guys both said no at the same time.
Yep.
That was
We
funny.
know.
But yeah, that's gonna be upcoming, guys. So we're still thinking of a cool name for that.
Yeah.
If you know of any, drop it below. Oh yeah. So Blake, have you done your second 24 hours? stream?
No, I'm
Let's
actually
talk about
planning
that.
that. So I'm currently on a streak of 31 as of last night, 31 days in a row of streams. I don't have a goal because I felt like if I set a goal of 30 and I felt fine at 30, I'd feel like, oh, well, I can stop. I reached my goal. I just want to keep going until I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Then once I reach the end of that streak of streams, I'm going to take a few days off, and then I'm going to have a 24-hour stream. So I don't know a date on that yet. I don't know.
Well, when you do, just let everyone know. We'll retweet
Yeah.
it from the Phoenix account.
Yeah, I'll be posting about it.
How do you like 24-hour streams?
A lot harder to do than I thought, but at the same time, I had a great time. That was like
Pretty
some of the most
taxing,
fun I've.
Pretty
yeah,
tired.
Yeah. It was on my birthday, by the way, on April 6th, and I did a 24-hour stream, and
It's already been that long.
it was, yeah.
I felt like it was just like
It
the
does
other
feel
week.
recent, doesn't it?
Oof.
But see, I planned on switching between games, but I ended up playing Apex the whole time because I started on Apex, and a lot of people joined up for it, and I met a lot of random people because of it too.
Man.
And got hosted by Grayson Allen, by the way. Basketball player, former Duke University, now for the Memphis Grizzlies. Yeah. He saw my channel, saw CLT, saw I was from North Carolina. He was like, "Well, this guy's either loves Duke or hates Duke, so let's see what it is."
That's why you see my reaction when you said Duke. I was like,
Yeah, right.
my family's so as a matter of fact, Blake, my cousin Blake,
Yeah,
just started, just actually moved to Chapel Hill.
Blake and Tanner.
Yeah, so they're up there together now. I mean,
nice.
honestly, it's the rivalry thing's fun, but either school is pretty prestigious.
They're both.
Let's be honest,
they're both fantastic schools.
Both, still even on our bad days of like our basketball teams, we're still better than like 90% of most colleges.
Oh yeah.
It's funny. Like you'll get a few like disruptors, like no name teams that come up, and one year they're really good, the next like the players transfer to better colleges.
Yeah,
but
right.
I'm pretty happy. I used to remember the old days though, Tobacco Road teams. Wake Forest was good. NC State was good. Carolina was good. Duke was good.
Georgia Tech was in the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not
2000s.
Tobacco. They're not Tobacco Road. Tobacco Road is the only
specifically
four.
right.
And
Well,
then
I'm thinking when the
ACC.
ACC as a whole used to be
I think
good.
Chris Paul was
Wake
that
Forest.
He was at Wake Forest.
That's when he was really big. Was like those Tobacco Road teams because there's another guy
They were
from
number
State.
one
made it
for a
fun.
while.
There's another guy from State that was really good, and I can't remember.
Julius
his name.
Hodge.
Yeah, there's a. I mean, I think every
DJ
school
Warren.
at that point was
True.
putting out superstars,
Yeah.
and that was crazy because
The early 2000s.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, everyone and that's the thing. Everyone know like when we talk about like North Carolina, you're not really talking about our football programs. You're definitely not talking about our lacrosse programs, Duke.
Hey,
But
I'll even jump to their defense.
You know that whole thing was a lie, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
That DA
Fake
got
news.
fired. That stripper was caught lying.
yeah, it was it was bad.
Okay, nice try though.
But it was bad.
Dealt with that one
Yeah.
1,000 times. I'm ready. Those seniors got robbed of their senior season at Duke lacrosse, and they'll never get it back.
But do people really watch lacrosse? It's like rugby. Well, when I went to ECU, my friend played on the ECU rugby team, and I'm like,
They have a rugby team.
and they won. Yes, they won nationals. Exactly. No one knows that because no one watches those sports. There is professional lacrosse, and I've come across it on like ESPN De Ocho or something like that, which is funny because they're picking up all the esports stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, ESPN is actually like
De
a real
Ocho.
thing. I'm like, what the?
Hmm.
But no. Anyways, we'll get past the tobacco.
No,
teams.
you're right. I was a huge JJ Redick fan back in his day. Like any team in North Carolina playing the other was enormous. You had JJ Redick versus Chris Paul. You had,
Hendo.
Gerald Henderson versus Tyler Hansbrough.
Yeah, he did.
And
What's up? So everyone who doesn't know, Hendo is one of our first investors. What's up, man?
I used to work at Smoothie King, by the way.
the
Major
one dude
smoothie.
guy holding it down here for you.
Banana berry
So-
treat. I remember.
Oh my gosh.
He's a cool dude. I like him. He's cool.
You want to give him another banana berry treat?
And anyway, so
You
the next
have to
big
go and
thing
make it
coming
weird,
up-
don't you? Okay.
So thanks to you, now we have to up our rating.
Yep.
Our
Why? It's a frozen treat.
Sure. So this is what's gonna be great about this podcast. We'll touch on all sorts of random stuff.
Yeah.
How is my PC coming along?
Wow, dude, your brain
Yes.
really stopped working.
My current
Dude, what?
PC.
See how long? How is my PC coming along? I'm like, did your brain just stop? Like you're reading it. I can see.
Just wait till you ever have another kid. And your
Yeah,
brain will-
yeah. Wait on that one.
Anyway. Yeah, so my current PC, I am selling to this guy, and I'm building a new one.
Selling?
I'm
Switch
building
to
a tank.
PC
Yes.
officially.
You think I'm going to give it to him?
I would give my brother a PC.
Nah.
Of course, I'm super loving and awesome as a brother. So
This is.
I mean, I'm a
Carolina
pretty lit
Duke,
brother,
so.
but yeah.
true.
So yes, I will be on PC. Super
Mhm.
excited about it.
And still be playing with a controller. People, don't get excited.
Controller's the move, dog. Been doing it since 2001.
Why would after
I-
20 plus years of gaming on a controller, why would I switch?
Exactly.
I'll try mouse and keyboard and just have fun with it,
Yeah.
dude. But it's never gonna be like, hey, joining up fours on Halo 3, or hey, Jason, you're gonna run some fours with us on Rogue Company. Stick it in controller.
Speaking of this debate, Josh, if and when you were going to play Halo, were you going to play on controller or mouse and
Controller.
keyboard? Okay.
Controller.
Good.
Only because
Good
it's-
answer. I was going to
it's
judge you.
when
The
I
game
was
was
a
built
kid.
for a controller.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play a game that was built for controller, mouse, and keyboard. But
I
see,
feel
now,
like Rogue Company does a good balance between the two. I think both work really well.
there's pros and cons of both.
Yeah.
With that type of game, I'd feel much more comfortable with mouse and keyboard, and this is why I've been trying to tell you, because you have a lot more utility with peeking corners easier.
Yeah.
on mouse and keyboard. You're a lot quicker. You can. It's where like I've had this discussion with a few people. There's give and take to both. You have aim assist on control, which is nice to have, but with mouse and keyboard, you can move a little bit faster.
Well, I played
without aim assist, so it's a little bit harder.
I played it mouse and keyboard at DreamHack Atlanta when we played the alpha.
Yeah,
I was mouse and keyboard the whole time there.
I'm
just more used to controller, but I think they're both good for that game.
Well, my whole thing I try to tell people too is like, if you want to go mouse and keyboard, it's like you need to go all in. You can't just try it and give up.
And that's why I'm not doing it, because I know I'm not going to go all in.
Yeah,
it,
No, I get that. I mean, it makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense.
I want to be good at it though.
It's like I play Warzone. I've played on mouse and keyboard.
Okay.
Versus controller, and it's harder because for one, I'm so used to playing Call of Duty on a controller. I'm like, well, what button does what? And I know like the basic buttons, but when I'm trying to ping something, I'm like, I have to open up like the settings and look at key bindings and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right.
So look for that coming up. I'm going to try and give the stream thing a go too.
I'm excited.
So
I'm excited. And you know what? When he starts streaming, it's going to be a big day for all of us because he will finally have joined the PC Master Race. Now, the question is, where are you going to set up at? Are you going to keep it in the same little corner?
Yes.
Did you buy a desk yet?
I know which one I want. It's just out of stock everywhere.
Okay.
Yep.
Have you not, dude?
Have you?
I know that you're. I know.
Listen,
That you don't want to
Lindsay,
use the
told me
front
this.
room. And I know it's not your choice, but you really need to try to get that front room and put it in there.
But then he can't rage at night when his wife and kids are in bed.
True.
You
But
know?
can you really rage where you're at now, though?
Yeah, pretty well.
He
actually.
does.
I can't rage at all. If you guys watch my stream at night, Matt's
Oh.
9, I have to be really quiet.
Well, because Ava's room's right there.
Well, not
right?
even that. My wife will be like, Josh, what are you doing? Why? And like half the time, I don't realize how loud I am. 'Cause I have my headphones on.
Exactly.
And I have music playing. And like people, this is what I hate about it. I'll have music playing, but if I turn it down to where I can hear stuff, people are like, I can't hear your music. I'm like, guys, I can't hear anything. So I have to turn the music up. I don't hear it. Can't hear myself talking, but everyone else can.
So what Josh is getting at with me is my house, the garage was converted to like a den/media area. So it sits a little lower than the rest of the house. That's where my TV, that's where the PC and the Xbox are. And it is a common area. And what the point you're getting at is you don't want commotion.
Well,
near
yeah,
the
and like
stream,
that,
right?
like, well, not the commotion. I'm saying like, I don't know about your daughters, but my daughter loves to wake up and you see her sometimes running in the back of the screen to my room or running back or then trying to talk to me because she's trying to put off going to sleep.
Are you ready for this?
7
My
o'clock.
girls are good children.
They go to, my girl's
So
a good
when
child.
when they go to bed, they stay in bed and they sleep for 12 hours
We're
a
going to
night.
have to fight.
Wow.
We're fighting.
You don't want any part
Do
of
it.
that.
You won't.
So anyway, he's trying to get me to move my stream setup, PC, whatever, up to the living room area. But the problem is the sound would carry very easily out into, it
I
has
get
2
that.
entrances to the hallway,
I get that.
Yeah.
literally to both girls' doors.
What about the shed out back?
It
Let's
is
retro-
That's where
outfitted
I'm
with
moving
electricity and
Let's retrofit it to the game
That would
station,
be
baby.
That's the perfect.
the money that would, if I had the money, I would do it absolutely.
And then when you move, you just pick up the shed, take it with you.
Essentially.
You could. And that's how they transport those. They put them on the back of trucks.
Yep.
So, well, enough about you. Let's talk about me.
Sure.
Oh boy.
We haven't been this whole time.
NRLS. Well, I mean, I like to talk. That's why I like to do podcasts. That's why when I quit doing them, I was like, I hate it
Spiraling into a deep depression.
because I miss podcasts. So the NRLS, which is the Nashville Rocket League Series, will be under. They actually pushed it back. So I was
Really?
supposed to be doing qualifiers like sometime this coming week, but because of RLCSX, everybody and it, it's like every other day. It seems like something's being played. They're like, we had to push it back like a month. So, but they upped the prize pool to $2,000.
Wow. There we go.
Yeah. Well, anything that's above like $1,000, like you can expect talent to
Gonna
show
draw
up.
attention.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
so there's going to be, I guarantee there's going to be like RLRS players in it.
Mm.
I very strongly think that Shady Bearski will
Shady
qualify.
Bearski.
I don't know how good we'll do, but I think we
Okay.
can qualify. Like,
That'll be cool if you just
Shady
qualify.
Bearski is CLT Shade, Bearlight, and Blasky.
yeah,
For those who didn't pick up
Shady
on that.
Bearski.
Shady Bearski.
We'll have merch soon. It's not high quality merch at all.
That
The
logo,
logo-
though.
The
No, you need to
logo,
use the pedo bear.
because
And just like,
why would I can draw anything. If you haven't, I drew that logo. I can draw anything.
no, but just like, you know what the pedo bear is?
No, yeah, I know. How did I not put pedo bear on there? But what I'm gonna do,
Come on.
I can do anything. So I can, especially that style. Like I think it's called chibi style.
Yeah.
I can draw that. Like I could do Master Chief like that. I could do anything.
We're
I
good.
just don't. I mean,
We're
I
good.
used
I don't want you to ruin my childhood like that.
I used to love drawing. I used to do it all the time. And when I started getting into esports at first, I was like, I'm gonna do. And then I was like, I'm gonna leave it to the professionals to do logos. But then,
Yeah.
like when I drew that, I was like, man, why did I stop? Like, I
Yeah.
can draw. Like, I'm not
I
perfect,
wish I knew how to do that.
but it's super simple. Like that took me 5 minutes to draw.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, the good thing about it is the whole idea with getting into something like this, especially with content creators, is to encourage like other content creators like you and stuff to join tournaments with like Cadalo or something.
Yeah,
You
I'd
know,
like to. I think
And
that'd be fun.
kind of like make your own little quirky thing, but we can like push it out, you know, and support it from the Phoenix side and that's the whole idea behind it. I'm trying to get the gears turning for content creators. How do we go from just like Bear Light? How do I go just from doing tournaments and stuff to
Yeah.
like and just like the Mondays where it's like a mix up Mondays or whatever.
Mhm.
Like how do I do different things? But like it's tough. As a content creator, you don't want to alienate your original, like you have a lot of Halo fans. So like do I make that tough decision to possibly switch games and try other things and
Yep.
lose them? Or like 75% of my viewers are all Rocket League viewers.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I want to really go into Rogue Company hardcore and not that I have
Yeah.
like a crazy big stream, but you know, if I'm streaming Rocket League on a pop at night, you know, it's not hard to get 15, 20 viewers.
Right.
But if I'm doing it like, if I'm playing a new company like Rogue Company on that same night, 2 or 3 viewers.
That's the stress of being a content creator, man.
Yeah, man, I don't like
It's like
it. I hate it.
it literally keeps me up at night too, because I'm constantly
'Cause
thinking,
you're
how can I
streaming.
be different? Yes, because I'm streaming. That's why I'm up at night. But I mean, after the stream's over and I'm trying to go to sleep, my mind is always racing. What
Why
can
do
I
you
do
think that-
different? Like, if I try this game, is that going to kill my numbers? Like, it's constant stress, man.
Well, why do you think I'm doing Makeup Mondays? I'm going to do guess what I'm going to do though? See, this is
You
where
wanna
you
promote it real quick?
you guys think I'm doing just no, dude. Chalk cosplay makeup from Rogue Company.
Yeah. Okay.
White with the dark eyes and the spider web right here.
Yeah.
I'm going to shade the sides of my head.
I call dibs on doing the I like turtles
Ronin.
kid.
Huh?
I like turtles.
Oh.
I'm gonna do makeup for him. Yeah.
Thought you were going to
Dibs.
do makeup for a huge box turtle. That's what I thought we were getting at. Anyways, I think we've kind of hit our mark where we want to go. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Every Fridays we'll be putting this out and try to have this out today by late afternoon. But we'll be recording these every Friday and pushing them out, so be on the look. Make sure to give us a follow at CLT Phoenix GG. If you want to plug your stuff real quick, all your socials.
Yes, Invictus CLT on all platforms.
Swish, baby.
I'm CLT_Swish on Twitter at the moment and Instagram.
At the moment, what does that mean? You changed
Well,
it?
I just don't have I don't have a Twitch. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah.
Twitch, but I don't stream, so you won't find me on there quite yet until I get the PC.
Selfishly, CLT Shade, pretty easy to find me on Twitter. Same for Twitch. I don't have Instagram. I do have a YouTube. I just haven't uploaded anything.
Same.
Like I actually made a video
Mm-hmm.
and I went to upload it and it said the file was too big or it's too long. I'm like, it's not
I
even
don't know
an
how
hour.
that's possible.
It's not even an hour long. I literally listened to like podcasts ago, one for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I got to send it to Jaden. He's going to clean it up for me.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to Jaden, by the way, because he's going to be doing a lot more with this stuff, helping us out.
CLT Butterfingers.
Don't even get me started.
Hopefully just CLT producer. Hopefully we can
Anyways.
get involved in this.
Thank you for tuning in to day ones. We're looking forward to doing this more. If you guys have questions, comments, anything like that, be sure to give us a little shout out in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. But anyways, thanks guys. Until next time.